Dear shareholders, good afternoon and warm welcome to you all to the 23rd Annual General Meeting of IRCTC Limited through video conferencing or other audio-visual facility. As a reminder for the smooth conduct of the meeting, the members will be in mute mode and audio and video will be open when they will speak at the AGM as per the pre-registration. Please note that, as per the requirements, the proceedings of the Annual General Meeting will be recorded and available on the website of the company. I now hand over the proceedings to Ms. Suman Kalra, Company Secretary of IRCTC Limited.
Namaskar and a very good afternoon to all of you, dear shareholders. I, Suman Kalra, Company Secretary of Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation Limited, extend a very warm welcome to all of you to the 23rd Annual General Meeting of the company. As you all are aware that due to COVID-19 pandemic, this Annual General Meeting is being held through video conferencing in accordance with the Companies Act 2013 and circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. Further, all efforts have been made by the company to enable members to participate and vote on the items being considered in the meeting. Registers will be open for inspection as per the requirement of statute. Now, I take privilege to introduce Board of Directors of our company and other dignitaries. We have with us Srimati Rajni Hasija, Chairperson and Managing Director, Additional Charge and Director Tourism and Marketing of your company.
Namaskar, a very good afternoon to all of you.
Shri Ajit Kumar, Director Finance and CFO.
Namaskar.
Shri Debashish Chandra, Director Catering Services.
Namaskar and good afternoon to all of you.
Shri Neeraj Sharma, Government Nominee Director.
Namaskar everyone and good afternoon.
Shri Vinay Kumar Sharma, Independent Director and Chairperson Audit Committee and Stakeholders Relationship Committee.
नमस्कार, आप सबका स्वागत है.
Shri Namgir Wangchuk, Independent Director and Chairperson Nomination and Remuneration Committee.
Namaskar everyone.
Shri Prithul Kumar, ED-CINS and nominee of President of India, attending meeting from Ministry of Railways, New Delhi. Shri Ashok Malhotra, Statutory Auditor. Shri Amit Agarwal, Secretarial Auditor. Shrimati Balika Sharma, Scrutinizer for the AGM. Namaskar to everyone. I now request Chairperson and Managing Director of your company to address you all.
Very good afternoon to all of you. A warm welcome to AGM. Dear shareholders, as the requisite quorum for the Annual General Meeting is present, as confirmed by NSDL with the presence of 100 members, I call the meeting in order. At the outset, I welcome you all to 23rd Annual General Meeting. With the permission of the shareholders, the notice convening the Annual General Meeting and Director's Report already circulated to you are taken as read. I would also take the opportunity to brief our esteemed shareholders about the performance of your company. Dear shareholders, once again a very good afternoon to all of you. I welcome you to the 23rd Annual General Meeting of IRCTC. As we gather virtually once again, it's a pleasure and privilege for me to host you today. We sincerely appreciate the trust and support you have shown in IRCTC in all these years. On behalf of IRCTC Board of Directors, I thank you for sparing out time from your busy schedules to join us today. The fiscal 2021-22 has been a year of a recovery and transition from the Indian economy. After experiencing an unprecedented pandemic in financial year 2021, the country's economy gradually opened up, supported with mass vaccination campaigns undertaken by government, and a further resumption in the business activities helped India gain momentum. Signs of continued economic revival could be evidenced in the healthy growth of indicators like total GST transaction and total production, electricity demand, etc. In the budget of 2022-23, government has enacted structural reforms for strengthening the country's economy that are in line with its long-term goals. The massive ramp up of the capital expenditure in key areas as well as emphasis on creating and developing infrastructure will deliver tailwinds, helping the country to achieve the goals of overall development and prosperity in the long term. After being one of the worst sufferers of the pandemic, customers for online bookings with increased dependence on online travel platforms and apps. The online travel booking platforms have become the preferred choice of the customers due to their seamlessness, booking experience, and user friendliness. As we move ahead, I believe that more countrymen would be preferring internet for getting competitive prices for various travel and tourism products. And with the changing consumer preferences, we are poised to seize the multitude of opportunities that lie in the near future. Now I will come to the financial highlights of your company. During the year under review, we registered a strong financial performance with a total income of 1952 crores, which increased from rupees 862 crores in the previous year, that is 2020-21. Our EBITDA stood at rupees 954 crores over rupees 273 crores in the previous fiscal. Our profit after tax grew to rupees 664 crores nearly from 187 crores in the previous fiscal year, that is 2021. Both EBITDA and PAT ended up at a healthy margin of 49% and 34% respectively. Performance of the company: the directors have recommended a final dividend of rupees 1.50, 1.5 rupee per share, that is in total rupees 120 crores for the fiscal year 22, and that is subject to the approval of shareholders in the annual general meeting. This is in addition to the interim dividend of rupees 2 per share. The total amount includes rupees 160 crores declared in February 2022 and paid to shareholders in March 2022. With this, the total dividend declared by the company for this financial year 22 is now rupees 3.5 per equity share of the face value of rupees 2 each. I would now like to move forward and present you the segment-wise performance of your company during the financial year 2022. In the area of internet ticketing, I am delighted to inform you that an average of 11.44 lakh tickets were sold daily through IRCTC website and mobile app, which accounted for nearly 80.43% of the total reserved tickets booked online on Indian Railways. The company touched a major milestone of achieving a record booking of 15.88 lakh tickets in a day on 21st March 22. IRCTC also launched various new products and services such as e-ticket booking and booking through Ask Disha chatbot and IRCTC Bob Loyalty co-branded credit card on RuPay platform in collaboration with Bank of Baroda and NPCI. Your company also integrated bus booking facility in IRCTC. Exclusive section of IRCTC Rail Connect mobile app and IRCTC website, that is irctc.co.in. Now I'll come to tourism segment. Here I am pleased to report that IRCTC has diversified its tourism product offering for a greater market share. Your company launched and operated a number of land tour packages, domestic air packages, Bharat Darshan, pilgrimage, special tourist trains, state special trains, customized travel packages, deluxe tourist trains and IRCTC corporate trains during financial year 22. With full resumption of our passenger train services, by the end of 2021, IRCTC started operation of rail tour packages and accordingly started the process of getting earmarked berths in the requested trains. During this year, your company also operated Shri Ramayana Yatra with AC Deluxe tourist train covering all major destinations of Lord Rama like Ayodhya, Sitamarhi, Janakpur, Varanasi, Prayagraj, Chitrakoot, Nasik, Hampi, Rameshwaram, Kanchipuram, Bhadrachalam with the aim to promote tourism in the inland waterways of the country. IRCTC has also signed an agreement with one of the leading river cruise liners in this fiscal. This has given our customer the opportunity of sailing to some of the best destinations of the country, located near famous river beds. With respect to catering segment, as we all are aware that due to COVID-19 pandemic, operations of regular Rajdhanis, Tejas, Gatiman, Vande Bharat, Shatabdis, Durantos and Mail Express trains were under suspension during the entire fiscal financial year of 2020-21 and major part of the 21-22, and only special trains were operated by Indian Railways to facilitate movement of passengers. However, with the resumption of a regular passenger trains and service of a cooked food from November 21 onwards, the company has restarted the mobile catering operations in full swing. As on 31st March 22, your company provided onboard catering services in 391 trains and managed 180 refreshment rooms, 55 janahars, 6 cell kitchens and 306, nearly 306 food plaza and fast food units. I am happy to convey that along with the cooked food services, the food orders through e-catering through its mobile app and website has also started picking up, and an average of 24,813 meals per day are being booked through e-catering during financial year 22. Your company is also successfully operating 8 executive lounges on pan-India basis. These state-of-art executive lounges have won admiration from railway passenger fraternity for their impeccable decor, elaborate meal services and host of other facilities being offered to the passengers in transit during pre-departures and post-arrivals. Recently, our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji made a visit to IRCTC's executive lounge at Varanasi railway station and interacted with IRCTC officials about the facilities being provided to the passenger. Your company further plans to build a network of a well-planned chain of hotels that target the economy and the budget travelers. Presently, budget hotels at Lucknow, Jagiroad and Kevadia are under construction and company is exploring the avenues for setting up more such hotels at other locations and has approached several state governments for the same. Now, talking about Rail, that is our packaged drinking water segment, the company has 15 operational railway plants today located at Nangloi, Danapur, Palur, Ambernath, Amethi, Parassala, Bilaspur, Sanand, Hapur, Mandideep-Madhya, Jagiroad, Maneri, Sankrail-Kolkatta, and out of which the plants at Amethi, Parassala, Sanand, Hapur, Mandideep-Madhya, Jagiroad, Maneri, Sankrail and Una are operated under the PPP model. IRCTC commissioned its new railway plant at Una, Himachal Pradesh and commenced commercial operation during this financial year. To increase its market share and to meet the growing demand, your company plans to set up new railway plant at Bhusaval, Vijayawada, Visakhapatnam, Bhubaneswar and Kota too. As a responsible corporate citizen, corporate social responsibility is always our priority. The company continues to involve in meaningful welfare-driven initiatives through corporate social responsibility that distinctively impact the quality of a life by helping unprivileged people. In the wake of a COVID-19 pandemic, your company prioritized response towards strengthening the health system. Your company also extended its support to downtrodden people affected by COVID-19 areas under CSR program. During the year 21-22, company completely utilized its CSR budget of Rs 9.9 crores towards CSR activities. I would like to take this opportunity to express on behalf of this august board that we will not rest on our laurels. On the contrary, we will grab every available opportunity to further expand our market share and aim to focus and improve the quality of services offered in all the segments. I am convinced that we are well positioned to capitalize on future growth prospects despite the temporary disruption induced by pandemic, that is COVID-19. We are grateful for the support offered by our investors for making us among one of the top 100 valuable companies on the basis of market capitalization as on 31st March 2022. On behalf of this board, I want to assure you that we will leave no stone unturned in our efforts to evolve our approach to match the dynamics of the market. We are proud of our employees for their dedication that has positioned us so well for the future. We also thank all our stakeholders, business partners, passengers and government of India for their generous support that has enabled us to achieve our corporate objective. Our shareholders, as always, serve as a pole star, steering us towards greater ambition and success. To each of you, I offer a sincere thanks once again. Now I would request Company Secretary to read the auditor's report.
Thank you, ma'am. The report of independent auditors and secretarial auditor along with respective management replies form part of this annual report. I am pleased to inform that independent auditor's report is neither qualified nor modified. With the permission of shareholders, I would read extracts of first and last para of independent auditor's report. As per the auditor's report, in their opinion and to the best of their information and according to the explanations, the financial statements read along with audit report give a true and fair view in conformity with the Indian accounting standards prescribed under section 133 of the Act read with relevant rules. The last para of the report is with respect to the other matters included in the auditor's report in accordance with relevant rules, confirming that the company has disclosed impact of pending litigations on its financial position, has not entered into long-term contracts including derivative contracts, no amount is required to be transferred to IEPF, and the interim and financial dividend has been paid during the financial year is in accordance with the compliance with the provisions of section 123 of the Act. Regarding secretarial auditor's report, the main observation is with respect to non-appointment of requisite number of independent directors, for which the company is regularly taking up the issue with the ministry. As the notice is already circulated to all the members, I take the notice convening the meeting as read. Before we proceed, I am pleased to bring to your notice that as required under Companies Act 2013, the company has provided with the facility to cast your votes electronically on all the resolutions set forth in the notice. Members who have not cast their vote electronically but are participating in this meeting will have an opportunity to cast their votes through the e-voting system provided by NSDL. Members may please note that there will be no voting by show of hands. Ms. Balika Sharma of Messrs. Balika Sharma and Associates, Company Secretaries, has been appointed as a scrutinizer to scrutinize the remote e-voting process, including voting through electronic voting system. The results of voting along with scrutinizer's report will be available by Monday, 29th August 2022 at the website of the company, irctc.com. We now take up the resolutions as set forth in the notice. We will open the floor for any questions by members after the resolutions are tabled. Accordingly, I will now only read out the resolutions. Ordinary business. First item is to receive, consider, approve and adopt the audited standalone financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2022 along with the board's report, the report of auditors thereon and the comments of C&AG of India thereof. Second item is to confirm the payment of interim dividend of Rs 2 per equity share, that is Rs 160 crores, and to declare a final dividend of Rs 1.5 per equity share amounting to 120 crores for the financial year 21-22. Third item is to appoint a director in place of Srimati Rajni Hasija, Director Tourism and Marketing, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers herself for reappointment. Item number 4 is to appoint a director in place of Shri Ajit Kumar, Director Finance, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. Item number 5 is to authorize Board of Directors of the company to fix the remuneration of the statutory auditors to be appointed by Comptroller and Auditor General of India, C&AG, for the financial year 22-23 on the basis of recommendations of Audit Committee. Now, we come to special resolution, which is item number 6. It belongs to alteration of main object clause of the Memorandum of Association MOA by insertion of a new clause as clause number 4 in the main objects after existing clause number 3 and taking consent of the shareholders of the company by way of special resolution for such insertion in order to act as payment aggregator. I now request Chairperson to answer the queries of shareholders relating to items of business.
I now invite the shareholders who have pre-registered to ask questions and have joined as shareholder speakers to raise their queries, if any, relating to the items of business as mentioned in the notice of annual general meeting. I also invite the shareholders to post messages on the communication box available on the screen to each member participating in the meeting, which would be replied suitably. Operator, now you may go ahead.
Thank you very much. We now begin the question and answer session. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the queue assembles. We have a first speaker shareholder, Lokesh Gupta. Request you to unmute your audio and video and proceed with the question.
Lokesh Gupta.
Lokesh, request you to please unmute your line. Your audio is muted from your end. Seems there's no response. We will move to our next speaker shareholder, Sujan Modak.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Lokesh ji. You can go ahead, please.
He's Sujan Modak, ma'am. Lokesh Gupta is not available.
Lokesh Gupta's connection has dropped, so we have Sujan Modak to proceed with the question.
Okay.
Please
Sorry.
Yes, all right. Name is okay. Yeah. Good afternoon, respected Chairman, other Board of Directors, and my online fellow shareholders. I am Sujan Modak. Madam, I am attending this meeting from my residence in Kolkata. Madam, I have gone through the performance of the company in the notice and the annual report, and the way you have explained is very, very satisfactory. And we also know a lot about this. We also know a lot about this company because it's a day-to-day event for us also, ma'am. So, and we have our management is very strong and really efficient. I support all your agendas and done the voting already, ma'am. My one question is that what is the roadmap you give to the for next 2 to 3 years and the guidance to the investors community, as I am a shareholder, so guidance is very much required. Ma'am, when you go through this all railway, this and cooking and this is a very big event. We really do it. How we do our manage our safety point of view. So if you please elaborate that. So is there all our workers and the persons are working there full safety or not? So we really want to know it. And before I finish, I'd like to definitely say our company secretary, Madam Suman Kalra, and her team is doing fantastic job to the investors community and giving all our necessary documents in proper time. So, man, our CSR activity is good. PAT has gone up. Net worth has gone up. Fantastic, ma'am. Please continue. I support all the agendas. Always with you. Thank you.
We'll be taking all questions together. Then we'll be answering. So I suggest the other questions be also taken and request all the shareholders who are asking questions just to limit themselves the way Mr. Sujan has done, just to 2 minutes so that other can also be given the opportunity, and I also have a sufficient time to answer your queries. Thank you very much. Moderator, now you can go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. We move to our next speaker shareholder, Kaushik Sahukar. Request you to please proceed with the question.
Good afternoon, everyone. First off, I would like to thank the Board of Directors for giving me an opportunity to speak in this forum. Many of you would remember me from the conversation in past years, so I will keep both my introduction and speech brief. I hope I'm clearly audible.
Yes,
sir,
you are, sir.
Please go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Myself, Kaushik Shahukar, a qualified and a practicing chartered accountant from Mumbai. I have been suffering from dystonia, which has rendered 55% of my body paralyzed, impacting my right hand, my right leg, and the speech. While I have not let that come in my way, support in helping me continue to be self-reliant. I hope I'm clearly audible till now.
You are very clearly audible, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you. I was optimistic after our conversation we had last year about me working for our organization on certification work, including Form 50. However, nothing has progressed since. While I understand things may have not progressed due to pandemic situation last year, I do hope that after our conversation today, company will start engaging me in this area as soon as possible. Once again, thank you for the opportunity to speak today, and I hope to see a positive movement forward with my ask. Ask put all the resolution. It will appreciate it if a company can at least help me in certification area. I'm also, I'm no, this is not a fraud. Hello.
Yes.
I know
Yes,
this is not
please
a forum to speak this matter, but how else can I reach you? So finally, any updates on the plan? Any update on plan on data monetization plan? I have read it will generate rupees 1,000 crore to the company. Why the plan has been discontinued? There was also planned to open budgeted hotel in close vicinity among various cities. Any update on this plan? Also, I heard rumors in the market that all offline booking will be shifted to IRCTC portal. What's the update on same? All offline booking
Offline ticket will go.
to IRCTC platform. Why is any action quickly, and why it comes to other bad plan like sharing revenue? It is taken very fast. I remember the gates of the train.
Mr. Sahukar, just in the interest of the others.
Last, please.
Please.
I recommend that tickets of a train or cruise to be given to shareholders and the family at concession rate among places of their choice. It will increase revenue of the company while making all shareholders happy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We move to our next speaker, shareholder Rishabh Jain. Request you to please proceed with a question.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Please go ahead with the question.
Okay. Good afternoon, respected Chairperson, Board of Directors, members, and my fellow shareholder members attending this e-meeting. I'm a IPO allotee of IRCTC, and obviously the company has left no stone unturned in the annual report, and I don't have any question regarding the financial trends of the company. But since I've got an opportunity using this forum, I want to put forth a few of my doubts and forward my feelings regarding the railways. My first question is that, as a matter of fact, and we discussed in the AGM as well, that around or more than 80% of the tickets currently being booked are through the IRCTC platform, right? So I want to just know about that. Why is it so that IRCTC also charges the convenience charges through its platform, while we are moving forward to make India more and more digital, and it is not being charged on the offline ticketing platforms, right? My second question is that, as respected chairperson discussed, that IRCTC is running more and more tourist special trains and Bharat Gaurav trains, Buddhist circuit trains, Ramayana circuit trains, etc. But again, I sincerely feel that the fares of this train is much higher as compared to other premium trains of the country, which makes it out of the reach of many. Also, the time duration and travel of these trains makes it much higher for most of the people. As you know, we all are working class. It makes difficult for us to use such types of trains, and I feel that the journey durations as well as the fares should be bit less to make it more effective. Right. My third question, I just want to put forward my question. It's regarding basically the railways. In railways, you may know there is a special type of ticketing known as reservation against cancellation, or RAC type, in most of the AC sleeper class trains, including the premium ones like Duronto and Rajdhani, etc. But when a person is allotted an RAC seat, he is still charged the full fare of the seat, whereas actually two people are traveling on that seat. And I just want to, through this forum, make this reach forward that why is it so that a person, if he is not given entire berth, is being charged actually more, because these trains also have dynamic fares, as you may know. Right. So, and lastly, I would also like to ask that can Madam Chairperson throw some light on this lately growing news of monetization plan of IRCTC? It would be great if we could hear from the words of our respected ma'am, and if she can throw some light on it. And I would like to thank and giving me the opportunity to put forward my doubt and connect with you so much easily. I would also like to thank the moderator. They managed all the things perfectly fine. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you. We move to our next speaker shareholder, Ajay Gulshan Nazar, on audio. Request you to please unmute your line and proceed.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, Ajay, you're
Namaste
audible.
to all. So actually, I have. Yeah, namaste to all. So actually, basically, sir, I have two options. Actually, questions. The first question is that before a year ago, actually, I was traveling from Ahmedabad to Rajasthan. That is the Jaipur. So what happened is, yeah.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Hello. Yeah, okay, someone was calling my name. Actually, yeah, I was traveling from Ahmedabad to Jaipur. So what happened is, I have booked an offline ticket. So somehow I forget my ticket at my home. But I have that picture of that offline ticket. So once I was trying to enter in the station, it was not allowed me. They were asking for the physical ticket as I have booked the ticket offline. So this is the thing that actually makes very stressful to the customers and the passengers. The second thing is actually I was traveling to the IRCTC just before a day ago from Ahmedabad to Delhi. So I have seen that I was traveling with the third AC, third tire. So I have seen that there are only 2 plugs available for the charging around the 8 or 10 people. And today's generation we all know that today's generation is very attracted to their mobiles and electricities like laptops and everything, almost doing work from home or from the office. So these are the 2 suggestions from my side, sir.
Ajay ji, we have noted. I'll be answering all together. Maybe moderator, we can go ahead further.
Yes, thank you. We move to our next speaker shareholder, Prashant Kumar Jha, on audio. Request you to please unmute your line and proceed, Prashant.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, but you can request you to be a bit louder, sir. Bit louder.
Yeah. Okay, can you hear me now?
Better.
Okay. So I had a question regarding this Tatkal ticket booking. I was trying to book Tatkal, but in the website, it's at the time of Tatkal ticketing, it will keep on refreshing it, and sometimes my money gets debited from the account, and after 7 days, it gets credited back. So, are you going to improve this Tatkal ticketing problem for the coming future? I wanted to know that. And the second question was, how are you planning to move your company towards eco-friendly? So, since we know that this plastic is going to ban, and there is a huge ban on the plastic. So, what about the rail, Neer, and food and catering business? How is it going to impact the business? And how you are going to tackle the cost which is going to increase when you are moving from the plastic to another eco-friendly resources? How are you going to cut the cost of that? And my third question was, our company has a long journey. So where do you see our company after a decade, like after 10 years? Where do you see our company and where do you see how is going to ticket booking and catering services and tourism is going to evolve? And what is your vision on that, and how are you going to achieve that vision? So thank you very much. Thank you to the moderators for connecting me. And that's it. These are the questions.
Thank you. We move to our next speaker shareholder, Ajay Kumar Jain. Request you to please.
नमस्कार चेयरमैन महोदया, मैं दिल्ली से अजय कुमार जैन कंपनी का शेयर होल्डर बोल रहा हूँ। आज आपने जो चेयरमैन स्पीच दी है और जो आपकी मुस्कुराहट है वो आत्मविश्वास से भरी हुई थी। चेयरमैन स्पीच बहुत एक्सीलेंट थी और आप मेरे को तो लगा कि आपने इतनी जल्दी क्यों खत्म कर दी। उसको मैं तो ये नहीं कह सकता कि एक बार दोबारा बोले, लेकिन बहुत अच्छा था। आपने हर बिंदु और हर पहलू के ऊपर अपना पक्ष रखा, वो बहुत अच्छा प्रभावशाली था। क्योंकि लास्ट टाइम हम तो आपकी स्पीच सुनने के लिए बैठे हुए थे कि आप कंपनी के प्रोजेक्शंस के बारे में क्या बताते हैं। कंपनी के बारे में बोलना और कुछ कहना तो ऐसा लगता है कि सूरज को दीपक दिखाने की जैसा है, क्योंकि जहां आपका नेतृत्व और हमारे यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री जी और रेल मंत्री जी का पीछे से गाइडलाइन मार्गदर्शन जो है वो बिल्कुल सोने पे सुहागा है। सर मैम, ये आपके आने पे कंपनी का जो कार्यकुशलता बढ़ी है उसको हमने वेबसाइट के IRCT पे जब भी हम कुछ करते हैं चलती हुई ट्रेन में तो तत्काल उसका प्रभाव मिलता है और ये मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है मैम। और मैं दो ये आपको सुझाव दूंगा, सुझाव तो देना ही नहीं होता क्योंकि आप पहले ही कर लेते हैं। एक तो ये है कि मैम जब हम रेलवे की टिकट बुक कराते हैं उसमें एक ऐसा ऑप्शन बनाया जाए कि हमें जहाँ लास्ट स्टेशन पे जाना है उसका एकोमोडेशन के लिए भी यदि किसी को क्लिक करना है तो उसी टाइम हो जाए मैम। तो बड़ा दिक्कत होता है, अपने को समझ में नहीं आता लेमैन टाइम में। यदि आप इसमें एक जोड़ दें, और एक मैंने लास्ट टाइम भी कहा था कि शेयर होल्डर के लिए कोई प्रिविलेज या एडवांटेज मिले बुकिंग के टाइम पे तो शेयर होल्डर बहुत फील करेगा। आपने कंपनी चलाने के साथ साथ जो मानव सेवा करी है उसकी दुआएं तो आपके साथ जुड़ी हुई है। और मैम एक निवेदन और था कि हम जब से IPO के बाद हम आपसे नहीं मिल पाए हैं, आज जो स्पीकर शेयर होल्डर्स या कोई अन्य ऐसा माध्यम हो आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव बनाए या कुछ बनाए तो हम लोगों को बुलाया जाए। आप जैसी पर्सनैलिटी को से मिलना, आपके सामने मीटिंग के अलावा कोई बात कहना बहुत गौरवशाली होगा। और CS डिपार्टमेंट भी ने इस मीटिंग को लगता है आपका दिशा निर्देश अच्छा था सफल बनाने में। प्रेजेंटेशन ऐसे लग रहा है कि आपके सामने बैठे लेकिन नहीं बैठे मैम, लेकिन क्वालिटी अच्छी है और आपकी मुस्कुराहट आत्मविश्वास भरी है। आपके लिए शुभकामनाएं। नमस्कार, जय हिंद।
धन्यवाद जी, धन्यवाद जी।
Thank you. We move to our next speaker shareholder, Bimal Krishna Sarkar, on audio. Please unmute your audio, video and proceed. Sorry, please unmute your audio and proceed.
No, you need to be a bit louder.
Name of the shareholder.
Because we didn't hear the name of our shareholder.
It is Bimal Krishna Sarkar, ma'am. Bimal.
Your voice is breaking again, sir.
Bimal Krishna Sarkar.
Bimal Krishna Sarkar. कहाँ से बोल रहे हैं मिस्टर विमल कृष्णा?
Ma'am, I think there is some interruption in the line, so we will check the connection for Bimal Sarkar.
You can take him up again.
Sure,
till the audio gets it right, you can take him again. We can go to the next shareholder.
Yes, our next speaker shareholder is Lokesh Gupta.
हेलो मैडम, आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं?
लोकेश जी, यस
मैडम, मैं लोकेश गुप्ता आपका और सभी बोर्ड मेंबर्स का स्वागत करता हूं। मैडम मैं दिल्ली से बोल रहा हूँ। मैंने पहले भी मीटिंग्स अटेंड की हैं, इस मोड पे भी की हैं। मैडम आपने एक्सीलेंट चेयरमैन स्पीच दी है जिसमें सब कुछ हमारे पॉइंट कवर होते हैं। लेकिन मैंने 1 या 2 साल पहले भी जब मीटिंग अटेंड की थी अपना एक क्वेश्चन रेस किया था सर। मैम जब हम टिकट बुक कराते हैं तो हमारी ऑनलाइन हो जाती है, कैटरिंग के लिए हमें कुछ ले जाने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ती। लेकिन प्रॉब्लम तब शुरू होती है हम 24/7 चलते हैं, देर नाइट लेट नाइट किसी प्लेटफार्म पे पहुंचते हैं, अपनी डेस्टिनेशन पे पहुंचते हैं तो हमें जरूरत पड़ती है कैब की या टैक्सी की। हम प्लेटफार्म से बाहर आते हैं, फैमिली के साथ होते हैं, लेट नाइट में तो थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं वहाँ और होटल बुकिंग की। क्या कोई ऐसा सिस्टम नहीं बन सकता हम प्लेटफार्म पर ही अपने लोकल वेंडर से कुछ टाई अप करके कोई टैक्सी या कैब बुकिंग का कोई सिस्टम शुरू कर पाए जिससे फैमिली के साथ हमें इस तरह की सुविधाएं मिल जाएं? अरे कैसी होटल्स के बारे में भी आप सोचिए मैम। और लास्ट ईयर जो हमारी जर्नी रही है स्प्लिट के घोषणा के बाद, उसके लिए मैं सैल्यूट करता हूं जो शेयर होल्डर्स को कंपनी ने रिटर्न दिया है। मैडम स्प्लिट हो चुका है, अब इस नहीं तो आने वाली एजीएम तक हम उम्मीद करेंगे एक बोनस भी हो जाए, क्योंकि आप तो देते हैं तो हम लेने वाले हैं मैम। और एक सेक्रेटरियल डिपार्टमेंट की मैं बहुत तारीफ करूंगा मैडम की। हम कोई भी क्वेश्चन लेकर जाते हैं वो सब कुछ सॉल्व होती है हमारी प्रॉब्लम्स, चाहे बैलेंस शीट से लेकर हो किसी भी से रिलेटेड हो। मैडम एक अच्छा प्लेटफार्म हमें मिला है, सारे देश के शेयर होल्डर आपसे इस प्लेटफार्म पे जुड़ रहे हैं। एक ऐसा ही प्लेटफार्म है, भविष्य में भी इस प्लेटफार्म को यूज करते रहेंगे तो अच्छा होगा। वैसे आप किसी भी प्लेटफार्म पे मिलेंगे तो हम आपके साथ जरूर जुड़ेंगे मैम। थैंक यू मैम।
धन्यवाद जी।
Thank you. We move to our next speaker shareholder, Manoj Kumar Gupta. Manoj ji, please unmute your audio video and proceed.
हेलो,
Yes.
गुड आफ्टरनून
जी मनोज जी।
या कैसे हैं मैडम आप?
बढ़िया सर, आप बताएं आपका प्रश्न।
हाँ, रिस्पेक्टेड चेयरपर्सन, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स, फेलो शेयरहोल्डर्स, माय नेम इज मनोज गुप्ता, आई एम इक्विटी शेयरहोल्डर ऑफ IRCTC. I have joined this meeting from my residence Calcutta. Thanks to you and your board for the best and excellent result of the company, and thanks to the company secretary to help us join this meeting through VC, and thanks for your dividend that you are paying the dividend. And ma'am, I have some few questions. Ma'am, more guest houses at devotional places that present government is focusing to inspire the peoples to visit our old devotional places. So you should try to start some more guest houses or some affordable hotels at devotional places like Puri, Rameshwaram and other places, so that people can afford that luxury guest houses of IRCTC. And you should launch some more devotional trains like as Ramayana Express and others. And why you ignore the Howrah, that eastern region, that you are not starting a more devotional trains from Howrah? These politicians may come and may go, but company will be there and ministry will be there. But you should focus in this part, because the more than 29 crore people are residing in this part. Do not ignore this part of the country, and try to launch some more devotional trains from this part also. This part people are also want to enjoy the IRCTC train like as Ramayana Express, Buddha Express and others, to visit the Lord Rama's places. So you should focus to launch some trains from this part also. And disputed cases amount rupees 205 crore on page 219 to 221. So what is view in this regard? And your expenses on page 263 has gone up by approximately 20%. So you should try to reduce the expenses, because expenses has also gone up. And your income has gone up 869 crore to 1952 crore on page 227. And ma'am, you are putting a logo on the vendors and the suppliers in the trains that no pay, no bill. No bill, no pay. आप लिखते हैं ना कि जो कैटरर के भाई आप बिल नहीं देंगे तो पेमेंट, जब उनसे बिल मांगते हैं तो बोलते हैं। मैम सुनिए मेरी बात, आप पहले ध्यान से, मैं आई फ्रिक्वेंटली यूज योर ट्रेन्स एंड आई प्राउड टू ट्रेवल इन द ट्रेन्स, नॉट इन एयरक्राफ्ट, बिकॉज ट्रेन की यात्रा सबसे बड़ी सुविधा है, इसलिए सबसे बेस्ट है कि हर 2 घंटे में कुछ ना कुछ उतरो खा लो उतर के, तो इसलिए ट्रेन यूज करना चाहते हैं। तो इसलिए मैडम आप लिखते हैं कि नो बिल नो पे, बट जब उनसे बिल मांगते हैं तो कहते हैं भैया वो तो ऊपर रखा है, उतारना पड़ेगा, बिल देना पड़ेगा, अगर आप बोलोगे तो देंगे। तो ये जो इसको जो है ना थोड़ा स्ट्रिक्टली लागू कीजिए आप अपने प्रिंसिपल और इसको रूल्स को, कि जो भी आदमी अगर 10 रुपए का भी सामान ले तो वो उसको बिल दे मांगने पे। और क्वालिटी, लास्ट ईयर भी मैं आपको बोला था कि मैडम जो ये आदमी घर से निकलता है उसको खाना ढंग का मिले रेल में। तो पैसा आपने बढ़ा दिया, वेस्ट थाली 140 रुपया कर दिया। पहले पूरी थाली में 3-4 कटोरी रख के देते थे, अभी वो एक एल्युमिनियम कंटेनर देता है, उसी में चावल, उसी में दाल, उसी में एक सब्जी, और उसका 140 रुपया। और क्वालिटी वो भी नहीं है कि आदमी अपने घर के किसी नौकर को भी खिला सके, इस तरह की। तो यू शुड इम्प्रूव द क्वालिटी, अदरवाइज बोलिए कि भाई आप घर से ही खाना लेके चलिए, हैं। तो सर्विसेज, और आपका रेल नीर मांगते हैं तो रेल नीर नहीं देते, और लोकल ब्रांड को लेके चलते हैं। आपकी बैलेंस शीट में आपने दिखाया है कि आपके रेल नीर के प्लांट कितने हैं, और आप उसको डिटरमाइन क्यों नहीं करते हैं कि IRCTC के अंदर चलने वाली हर पेंट्री कार में रेल नीर अवेलेबल हो, रेल नीर मिले। इसको आप देखिए, जब उनको फोकस, जब मैं बिलासपुर से कलकत्ता आ रहा था तो मैंने बिलासपुर से चढ़ते ही बोला रेल नीर दे दो। जब झारसोकड़ा आया तब जाके 4 घंटे बाद वो मेरे को रेल नीर ला के दिया। तो ये तो आपकी सर्विसेज है और ये बातें हैं। मैं चेयरमैन को बोल रहा हूँ, व्हाई आर यू डिस्टर्बिंग? आई एम रेजिंग द रिलेवेंट क्वेश्चन अबाउट द पैसेंजर एंड द सर्विसेज।
In the interest of the others, sir, we'll request you to keep your comments brief.
No, I agree with you, but I will take 2 minutes more. The chairman is listening. There, what the issues are there?
Let him complete. Let him complete, yes, moderator. But you need to be a bit short, sir.
Yes, I agree with you, ma'am. I have a great respect to you. But you think in the first week of August, in the second week of August, you have cancelled all the trains. IRCTC has cancelled all the trains at a sudden from Calcutta to Bilaspur, Calcutta to Mumbai, all trains. People have suffered loss in the festival time. But Bombay Mail, Pune, Azad Hind, every train was cancelled. So people, how much loss you have faced due to cancel of all trains in the second week of August, and how you will compensate those who have faced the problem. Think about that and try to improve the services, and try to improve the quality of food, ma'am, and make sure that rail near should be available in the trains, running trains, and people should not face any problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Please move to the next question, please.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Bimal Krishna Sarkar on audio. Please proceed.
Bimal Krishna Sarkar. Okay.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible now. Mr. Sarkar, your line is unmuted. Please unmute your line and proceed.
हाँ सुनाई दे रहा है अभी? हेलो सुनाई दे रहा है?
Yes sir.
विमल कृष्ण सरकार।
विमल जी बोलिए, हम सुन रहे हैं आपको।
Ma'am, it seems there is some connection issue again. We'll move to our next speaker shareholder. Yes, K. Sadananda Shastri has registered, however not joined the meeting.
Okay. Next.
The next speaker shareholder is Murli on audio. Please unmute your line and proceed, Murli.
Hello.
Yes sir, please go ahead.
Hello. आवाज आ रही है?
जी मुरली जी, हाँ जी आ रही है जी।
हाँ जी सर, चेयरमैन साहब, डायरेक्टर साहब और सब शेयरहोल्डरों को मुरलीधर का नमस्कार। कंपनी की बहुत अच्छी प्रोसेस है, कंपनी का बहुत अच्छा काम चल रहा है। थोड़ी बहुत तो शिकायतें हर किसी में आती हैं जब तक नया काम स्टार्ट होता है। कंपनी के शेयर होल्डरों का आपने ख्याल रखा है, डिविडेंड अच्छा दे रहे हो, कंपनी अच्छी तरक्की करेगी, भगवान करे। ऐसी ही आप मेहनत हो, हम आपके साथ रहेंगे तो हमारी कंपनी बहुत तरक्की करेगी। हमारे शेयर होल्डरों का थोड़ा सा ख्याल रखा करो शेयर होल्डरों को भी थोड़ा सा रेल में घुमाने का प्रोपोज बनाओ, थोड़ा सा जो यात्रा कर सके और तीर्थ यात्रा घूम सके। हमारी तरफ से शेयर होल्डरों की बहुत बहुत बधाई हो। धन्यवाद
जी, धन्यवाद जी मुरली जी।
Thank you. The next speaker's shareholder is Santosh Kumar Saraf. Request you to please proceed with the question.
मेरा नंबर आ गया। हेलो
जी संतोष जी, आपके क्वेश्चन पे मिल गए हैं।
हाँ सर, फिर भी थोड़ा बात कर लेता हूँ आपसे, क्योंकि आप जो हंसती है ना तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है, और हंसता हुआ बहुत अच्छा लगता है। तो हमारी मेरे कंपनी भी हंसती रहे, इसीलिए मैं अच्छा आदरणीय अध्यक्षा, उपस्थित निर्देशकों से सदस्यगण और मेरे शेयरहोल्डर भाइयों बहनों, मेरा नाम संतोष कुमार साहब, मैं कोलकाता से आपको नमस्कार करता हूँ। आशा करता हूँ जितने भी आप अधिकारीगण हैं, जितने भी भाई बंधु शेयर इस समय सुरक्षित और स्वस्थ होंगे। सर मैडम मैं क्या कहूँ, अच्छा रिजल्ट दे रही, सब कुछ अच्छा गया, 3.5 रुपया डिविडेंड दिया आपने, लेकिन एक चीज की कमी है मैडम आपके यहाँ। आप चेयरमैन जरूर है, लेकिन हमारे वहाँ फीमेल एम्प्लॉय की संख्या बहुत कम है मैडम। ये अच्छा नहीं लगता है कि 10 मेल में 1 फीमेल एम्प्लॉय है, और जबकि हमारे मोदी जी चेष्टा कर रहे हैं फीमेल को ज्यादा एम्पावरमेंट करने के लिए। वो अपनी जितनी भी कंपनियां हैं पीएसयू में, वहाँ मैक्सिमम फीमेल को चेयरमैन बना रहे हैं, जिससे वो एम्पावरमेंट और अच्छा लगे। जैसे आप हंस के बात करें, वो भी अपने शेयर होल्डर से अच्छे से बात करें। तो मैं चाहूंगा ये 10 और 1 का रेशियो है, इसको आप इंक्रीज करिए, क्योंकि देखिए अभी फर्स्ट प्रेसिडेंट भी हमारी वुमेन है, हमारी फाइनेंस मिनिस्ट्री भी वुमेन है, और खेल कूद में जेंट से ज्यादा वुमेन ज्यादा मेडल जीत रही है। पढ़ाई के अंदर में भी टॉपर वुमेन ज्यादा हो रही है, परसेंटेज उनकी ज्यादा हो रही है जेंट्स के अलावा। तो कम से कम पढ़ाई, और मैं समझता हूँ कि अपने जिस तरह की सर्विस सेंटर में है, यहाँ फीमेल बहुत ज्यादा उपयोगी होती है जेंट्स के अलावा। जैसे अभी मनोज ने कहा कि कोई बिल नहीं देता या बिल कहता है, तो यह है कि वुमेन कभी भी ऐसा नहीं कि बिल नहीं देता है, तो जेंट्स उसको शर्म नहीं होती, वुमेन को शर्म होती है अपनी इज्जत के लिए है। तो मैं चाहूंगा वुमेन की संख्या पर, आजकल तो देखिए हमारी लेबर मिनिस्टर ने कहा है कि वुमेन हर क्षेत्र में काम कर सकती है, चाहे वह डे हो तो नाइट हो या किसी भी शिफ्ट में। इसके अलावा सिर्फ मैं एक उदाहरण दूंगा मैडम, आपको हंसी आएगी, वुमेन बहुत पावरफुल होती है, चाहे उनसे बॉक्सिंग करवा लीजिए, चाहे उनसे वजन करवा लीजिए, वो मेडल जीत के लाती है। तो कभी आप कमजोर मत समझिए कि कभी ट्रेन में या किसी से हुआ तो वह जीत मतलब टैकल नहीं कर सकी, अपने सेल्फ डिपेंड में बहुत होशियार होती है मैडम। एक मैडम आपको एक चीज कहूँगा, आपकी डेवलपमेंट जो सॉफ्टवेयर करते हैं उनसे एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि जैसे हम फिजिकल टिकट करवाते हैं और हमारी यात्रा कभी चेंज हो जाती है, तो उसी टिकट पे सिर्फ आपके जो रजिस्ट्रेशन चार्ज लेके पूरी वैलिड कर देते हैं। ये अपने आईसीटी में फैसिलिटी अवेलेबल नहीं है। आईसीटी के अंदर में जो करते हैं तो वो टिकट कैंसिल करवा के फिर दोबारा बुक करनी पड़ती है सर। ये रिवैलिडेशन की जो फैसिलिटी हमारे फिजिकल टिकट में होती है, ये भी आईसीटी अपने सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलप करे, जिससे कि हमें कैंसिलेशन चार्ज वहन न करना पड़े और हम रिवैलिड करवा लें। और जब नेक्स्ट टाइम में अगर कैंसिल कराते हैं तो दोनों टाइम का जो कैंसिलेशन चार्ज है वो आप जरूर कलेक्ट करिए। ये फैसिलिटी डेवलप करने के लिए बहुत उपयोगी होती है, जिसके कारण फिजिकल की संख्या काफी कमती हो। और बाकी तो आपने कहा कि हमारे सब प्रश्न मिल गए, तो मैं ज्यादा क्या कहूँ है, लेकिन एक बार फिर मैं कहूँगा कि ये जो बीसी का प्लेटफॉर्म है ये काफी अच्छा है। अब जाके तो फिजिकल मीटिंग कल आपको वहाँ अटेंड नहीं करनी, मेरी एज भी आपको दिखाई दे रही होगी। तो मैं चाहूँगा नेक्स्ट टाइम अगर फिजिकल मीटिंग आप करते हैं तो उसके साथ में हाइब्रिड में मीटिंग करिए। जैसे आज एक जमाने में हम टिकट काउंटर में काटते थे, आज आईसीसी थ्रू काटते हैं, मिनटों में करते, पेमेंट भी ना यूपीआई के थ्रू हो जाता है, रेमडी थ्रू हो जाता है। उसी तरह हम चाहेंगे कि अब जो फिजिकल वाला जमाना छोड़िए कि जाके हॉल में मीटिंग करना, अब अलग डायरेक्टर को भी बुलाना छोड़िए एक जगह, तो उनको भी फ्री कर दीजिए, अपने अपने घर से जहाँ जाते इच्छा हो वो ज्वाइन करे, कि ट्रेवल रिस्क भी कम हो, खर्चा भी कमती लगे। ये भी आपको मालूम है कि फिजिकल मीटिंग तो खर्चा ज्यादा है और ये मीटिंग में कमती है। अभी देखिए ईमेल में हमारी एनुअल रिपोर्ट आने लग गई। आदम भाई कहाँ के हाँ भैया मॉडरेटर मैं कर रहा हूँ, जस्ट दिल की अगले पता नहीं अगले साल मैडम फिजिकल करेंगे या बीसी करेंगे मालूम नहीं है, तो इस तरह अपने जो दिल में निकाल लेता हूँ थोड़ा सा कि नहीं।
आप हमारे इम्पोर्टेंट शेयर होल्डर है और बहुत आप प्रोमिनेंट भी हैं।
हम पीयूसी में काफी होता है। तो मैडम ये है कि मैं आपसे ये कहूँगा अगले साल अगर फिजिकल मीटिंग करते हैं तो मैं लोकल शेयर तो ना नहीं कर सकता, फिर उसके बाद हाइब्रिड मीटिंग करिए। कहने मतलब है कि नोट के साथ में एनएफटी का भी चालू करिए, जहाँ नकदी हो वहाँ नकदी दीजिए, जहाँ एनएफटी हो एनएफटी दीजिए। तो हाइब्रिड मीटिंग करेंगे तो हम कलते से आपसे और मनोज जैसे हैं वो ज्वाइन कर सकेंगे, और आप जब के लिए और जितने कर्मचारी जो फील्ड में काम कर रहे हैं, जितने भी हमारे जो प्रॉफिट में सहयोग दे उनकी लंबी उम्र की कामना कर सकें, उनके लिए अच्छे काम के भाई। और मैडम ज्यादा समय नहीं लूंगा, एक बार फिर आप और आपके जितने भी डायरेक्टर हैं उनके परिवार के जितने भी हमारे कर्मचारी और जितने भी भाई बंधु आज वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग है उनकी लंबे उम्र की कामना करता हूँ और भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ कंपनी आपकी लीडरशिप में ऊंची ऊंचाई करे और 2022-23 सभी के लिए वेल्दी हेल्दी प्रॉस्पर सेफ्टी साथ देती। तो लास्ट में एक रिक्वेस्ट, हमारे जितने भी कर्मचारी अधिकारी का जितने भी हैं उनसे हाथ जोड़ के रिक्वेस्ट है, ये तीसरी डोज जो है वो जरूर ले लें। तो इसलिए कहना कि मेरे को 20 दिन पहले कोविड हो गया था, तो मैंने 3 डोज ले चुका था, बोलिए मुझे उसका असर ज्यादा नहीं हुआ।
जी धन्यवाद जी।
हाँ, तो इसलिए सबको बोलिए कि ले लेंगे, उससे क्या घर की दवाई लेके ठीक हो जाएंगे। जय हिंद, जय भारत,
जय हिंद।
एक बार से आप सबकी लंबी उम्र की कामना करते अपने वक्तव्य समाप्त करता हूँ।
Thank you.
Can we have the next question, please?
Yes, we have next speaker shareholder Santosh Chopra. He is registered, however, not joined the meeting. Hence, we will move to our next speaker shareholder, Atindra Kumar. Request you to please unmute your audio video.
Good afternoon, madam.
Yes, sir, we are audible. Please proceed with the question.
Good afternoon, everyone in the board and all the shareholders. I'm very happy to see the performance of the company. But my one question is, with this performance, when can we expect our share value to go up to 2,000 rupees, madam? I think that we as a shareholder would like to give you the target of reaching the share value as 2,000 rupees at the earliest. Second thing is, been trying to try once in the Palace on Wheels train, but the tickets are so expensive that I just have to log out and say goodbye to it always. So I request you to see that it is affordable to a common man like us, and not only for people who can afford to travel in flights. I think I have questions. These are only 2 questions, and kindly see that our share value goes up to 2,000 rupees at the earliest, madam. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to talk to you all.
Thank you. We move to our next speaker shareholder, Manilal Arora. He is registered, however, not joined the meeting. Also, Sanjeev Kumar Jain. He is registered, not joined the meeting. Hence, I'm sorry, Sanjeev Kumar Jain is registered, not joined, and Ankur Chanda is on audio, so we'll take his question next. Ankur Chanda, your line is unmuted.
Sir, audible?
Ankur Chanda.
Yes, Ankur, you're audible.
Hello.
Please.
Okay. Good afternoon, ma'am, and board of directors. Ma'am, मैं ये कहना चाह रहा था कि अपनी कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस तो बहुत बढ़िया मजबूत है, इसलिए दिक्कत नहीं है कहीं भी। बाकी थोड़ी बहुत दिक्कत अपने सेक्रेटेरियल में है, क्योंकि देखिए कोरस वाले अपना काम बहुत बढ़िया कर रहे हैं, वो तो दिन में 4 बार भी रिमाइंड कराते हैं, लेकिन आपकी तरफ से सेक्रेटेरियल डिपार्टमेंट की तरफ से नॉट ए सिंगल कम्युनिकेशन, कोई कम्युनिकेशन नहीं होता बिल्कुल भी, और हम ट्राई करते हैं तो हमारी भी बात नहीं होती। तो
हमारे बिहाफ पे कोरस ही करता है
जी, मैंने नोट किया।
नहीं, आपके बिहाफ पे कोरस करता है, ठीक है, लेकिन कम से कम एक आध बार कोई मेल ही करते सेक्रेटेरियल डिपार्टमेंट कि भाई हाँ आपको मेल रिसीव हो गई या कुछ हुआ, मतलब किसी तरह का कोई कम्युनिकेशन तो ऐसा थोड़ी होता मैम। तो फिर तो कोरस की सारी चीज देख लेगी, या फिर सेक्रेटेरियल की क्या जरूरत है अगर कोरस नहीं देखना है तो थोड़ा बहुत ये मतलब अपने सेक्रेटेरियल डिपार्टमेंट को ये कहिए कि शेयर होल्डर के साथ कम्युनिकेशन में रहे बस, बाकी तो ठीक ही है मैम, और कुछ खास बात नहीं है। धन्यवाद।
ठीक है, थैंक यू अंकुर जी।
Thank you. We move to our next speaker shareholder, Shivam Agrawal. Please unmute your line and proceed.
Shivam.
Hello.
Yes, Shivam, you're audible.
Yes, thank you management of IRCTC for giving me a chance to ask you question. मैम मेरा सवाल ये था कि जब लास्ट ईयर अगस्त महीने में जब शेयर में अच्छी खासी तेजी दिख रही थी और इन अगस्त से लेकर अक्टूबर महीने तक के 27 तक का शेयर 6,300 रुपये तक का चले गया, उस बीच में एक टाइम पे समझ में आ रहा था कि अच्छा खासा कुछ ज़्यादा ही वैल्यूएशन हो गया कंपनी का एज कम्पेयर टू सेल्स रेवेन्यू और जो प्रॉफिट के हिसाब से हम देख रहे थे, और कंपनी के मैनेजमेंट ने स्प्लिट भी इशू किया। तो ये जानना था कि जब हम स्प्लिट इशू करते हैं वो बेसिक इस कंसेप्ट पे करते हैं कि हाँ कॉस्टली हो गया शेयर तो स्प्लिट कर देंगे तो थोड़ा अफोर्डेबल हो जाएगा। तो मैनेजमेंट की वो टाइम पे क्या थॉट प्रोसेस है कि जिसकी वजह से शेयर स्प्लिट हो गया? कोइंसिडेंस ऐसा कि वही बीच में आईआरसीटीसी को लेके कंटिन्यूस प्रॉब्लम आना शुरू हो गई कि एकदम ओवर वैल्यूएशन के चक्कर में एकदम से शेयर फॉल हो गया। उसके बाद में गवर्नमेंट का आया कि हम थोड़ा रेवेन्यू लेने वाले, प्लस फिर एकदम से पैनिक के चक्कर में एक ही दिन में मेरे ख्याल से ट्रेडिंग आके शुरू के 1-2 घंटे में 20 से 30% शेयर डाउन चले गया था, और जो स्प्लिट शेयर्स है वो भी अकाउंट में क्रेडिट हुए नहीं थे। तो इस चक्कर में बहुत सारा क्या करना वो समझ में नहीं आया था, और एक क्या थॉट प्रोसेस थी ये सब जानना था, क्योंकि एक टाइम पे जब ऐसा हो जाता है तो थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस थोड़ा लूज हो जाता है एज अ शेयर होल्डर टू द मैनेजमेंट ऑफ द कंपनी। तो प्लीज इसके ऊपर आप जानना था। थैंक यू।
ठीक है, धन्यवाद जी।
We move to our next speaker shareholder, Sailesh Mahadevia. Request you to please proceed with the question.
मैंने पूछा।
शैलेश भैया,
Am I visible?
yes, you are audible, sir.
So you have just turned off. Yes.
Yes. Now,
we are visible.
Respected chairperson, distinguished directors, and all the members of the company. Madam, I feel extremely happy to attend this meeting and see that so many directors are listening to our views, who are all experts in their own field of specialization. My congratulations for excellent report containing about 300 pages with beautiful photographs and all plans, charts, etc., etc. I would also like to appreciate the corporate governance excellence recognition last year, and I hope it will be this year also. I would also like to mention that a public sector enterprise is working more efficiently than many of the private sector good companies also, particularly from service point of view. And I would now like to put some questions with a view to increase my understanding and appreciation of the working of the company. Incidentally, I am speaking from Mumbai. Now, my first question is that all the railway services have not yet started after the disturbance of COVID-19 last year. In the current year also, perhaps all the trains have not started. So my question is that what is the percentage of railway services which have started, and when we will reach the optimum capacity of this particular service? Now, my next question is that we are doing excellent CSR work, spending about 10 crore of rupees. You have given the details. You have given the direct benefit received by beneficiaries who are most deserving. You have also given the list of our services. However, what I wish to point out is that our expense has a multiplier effect. In addition to the direct benefit, it has a multiplier effect or a ripple effect. This economic impact of our services are now being rated and calculated by independent agencies. So we should also try to get it rated independently, and that will give the true picture. For example, Godrej Consumer, their multiplier is 12 times the spending on CSR. My next question is regarding our water bottling plants. I would like to know that how much area of India has been covered with our own plants, and some of the plants we are likely to put up in the next 2 to 3 years. Our target should be to reach the whole of India so that the consumer can get water at reasonable rates throughout the country. Then I would also like to know that who are looking after our IT services, just as State Bank of India is managed by TCS, or the Income Tax Department services are looked after by Infosys. Similarly, which is the organization, IT company, which is looking after all our excellent services, because we find it excellent. And I would now like to come and invest 1,000 rupees 23 years. What is its value today? And I am sure such an exercise will give an idea to the investor that what benefit he has realized. And I also find that our company is shareholder friendly. You have given so many bonuses and you have splitted the share. My request is that please split the share from ₹2 to ₹1 immediately. It will not create any problem, but it will give great advantage to a person like me. Yeah, only 2 minutes more at the age of 83.
Keep it brief to 30 seconds, please.
I think we can permit him. He is the senior most member investor who has joined us.
Thank you very much, madam.
Respecting his age, we will permit, sir.
I would also request that when you talk about religious leaders or saints or things like Ramayana Express, the prefix should be SRI and not SHRI. SHRI is meant for what is likely to be of great importance, particularly to Japanese visitors. So I am keen on knowing whether this has also started or not. Then my next question is regarding budget hotels. It will be great help to various travelers. We have at present some facilities at various stations. They are from the Britishers' time and the services are also very poor. So, since you have made everything up to date, why don't you provide these services at a faster pace than what is being done at present? And I would also like to see that our company is included amongst the Navaratna companies of India. We are doing an excellent job. Not only that, we are providing services, which is very difficult. And here I would like to appreciate once again that the services which we get in the railways are of international standards. Manpower is not available in foreign countries, while in India we get excellent personal services for the asking. It is for us also to be courteous with the railway staff.
Saleshji, I request to be little brief because others also get the opportunity.
Last thing, the stalls for restaurants, etc. at railway stations, they are of excellent standard, giving excellent service, and congratulations to you. I wish your organization every success in all your efforts in the times to come. Thank you and namaste to all of you.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, we'd like to remind the callers to please limit your questions or comments to brief only to 2 minutes, please. Thank you. We'll move to our next speaker shareholder, Jaideep Bakshi. Please proceed with the question.
Good afternoon, madam. Chairperson.
Good afternoon, sir.
and Board of Directors. Myself, Jagiroad-Assam, connecting from the city of Kolkata. Myself, proud to be a part of this India's reliable travel partner. And regarding the inflation and the fuel prices which are daily rising and with normalcy picking up, what are our plans to counter this? And sir, madam, regarding the different heads, we have the catering, the rail need, the tourism. What are the future steps for better services to customers? And what are our steps regarding the cyber security attack? What protection steps we are taking? And what are our steps regarding the single-use plastic and also the PET bottles which are commonly used? And implementation of any new future tour programs? Madam, kindly highlight on the drive towards in serving quality, better quality food and other services and cleanliness and also safety, as we as Indians prefer moving about in trains for its practical advantages. And once again, thanks for the interim dividend and the final one of rupees 150. And Madam, congrats for the milestones of record booking of 15.88 lakhs on 21st March. And hope, Madam, under your guidance, continuity of business to be a leading provider of high quality travel will continue as ever. And this video conference helps us to connect from this distance part and hope, if possible, next year kindly allow for the hybrid model, if possible. Thank you and all stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Take our next speaker, shareholder, Jasmeet Singh. Request you to please unmute your audio video and proceed.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Request you to be little faster, sir.
Sure, ma'am. Madam Chairman, Rajni Sijaji, Director Finance Ajit ji, Company Secretary, everyone attending this meeting, greeting to you all. Before I start, actually, I must request that this 2-minute limit is actually awfully low and doesn't allow us to convey all our feelings. This is the only time when we meet in a 1 year. Okay. And an alternate to this could be that you allow me to come over and interact with you one-to-one. Anyway, let me now read my note. Chairman, Madam, the year under review was very challenging year, given the continued COVID pandemic. However, it is heartening to see that our working picked up despite adverse conditions. The top line growth is satisfactory and consequent improvement in operating and net profit margins. And I'm thankful to the management to have considered and proposed a higher dividend of 3 rupees 50 paisa this year. I understand that this has been possible due to the hard-working and focused approach by our leadership team. Now, as the working has been shared by you in your presentation and has given us a fair amount of information, which is assuring of a very bright future. The ticketing, the tourism, the food, the water, all verticals are doing well, and I foresee continued growth in all these verticals. I have few requests to make. My first request is with regard to the Delhi-Amritsar sector, where a lot of trains are already operating. But you see, there has been a tremendous rush to go to and visit, say, Golden Temple by the visitors. So my request is that the way we have morning Rajdhani and evening Rajdhani and other trains on a daily basis, my request is that even Jan Shatabdi should also be operated both in the morning and evening every day. This will facilitate people with, say, moderate economic situations. The other request is with regard to the 75th year of independence, as our Prime Minister has declared that it is a big time occasion. The Amrit Mahotsav is being celebrated, and I want to concede this to our offering. I was just wondering, in case we can give an option to the Indian people at large to book a ticket for a value of 75,000 rupees. Okay, that 75,000 rupees you allow 100 travel during next say 5 years. Okay, this will come at a you will get lot of money for your say progress, and people will lap it. Okay, and for people who want to say opt for second AC traveling or first AC traveling, you may charge even say 7,50,000 also, and allow say a family travel of say 2 or 3 persons. So that's my point which I want to make and request you if you can consider. It will be a good proposition for you. Before I end my note, my sincere appreciation for the good corporate governance, Head of Finance Ajit ji and Secretary Madam Suman Kalraj is working fantastically, and my all appreciation and thanks to you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We move to our next speaker, shareholder Akash Agarwal. Please proceed with the question.
Thank you, moderator. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Yes, you are Akash ji.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the company for giving me this opportunity, and thank you for sharing all relevant info in the quarterly con calls as well. I'll try to keep my questions brief. Now, first question is, what is IRCTC doing to prevent revenue leakages? Give you a simple example: not being able to book tickets at 10 o'clock for AC, not 11 o'clock for non-AC. The website and app are still, not up to the mark. So that is the first question. And a follow-up on the first one is the iPay payment gateway launched is not up to the mark, right? Considering there are other payment gateways also shown on the app. So what is the company doing on that? The second question is, what new avenues is IRCTC now exploring to see a decent jump in profits and revenue, right? I mean, recently you come out with the data monetization proposal and launching the payment gateway. So what other avenues is IRCTC targeting sort of to monetize? Third final question is, what if there are any challenges that might prevent IRCTC from looking at a greater jump in revenue? Because, I mean, considering the fact that, government at a point told that we want a larger share of the profits, and then the stock actually hit to a lower circuit, etc. So what is the how is the company planning to sort of approach that? These are the only 3 questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next.
Next speaker, shareholder is Shashi Jain. Please proceed with the question. Mr. Jain, request you to unmute your line and proceed.
A very good afternoon, Chairman Sir, Board of Directors and my co-fellow shareholders. I joined the AGM from Delhi. I am a shareholder since IPO of the company, and I very well aware of gradually steady and strong growth of the company. In this regard, I appreciate the board management and employees who has worked hard to achieve the growth to the stage. I thanks to Sector Department for giving me the opportunity to put up my queries and join the meeting through video conferencing. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Shashi ji.
Thank you. Next speaker, shareholder is Ashok Kumar Jain. Please proceed with the question.
Yeah, hello. Is my voice audible?
Yes.
Oh, very much, sir.
Good afternoon, Chairman, ma'am, and boards of directors, and my co-fellow shareholders attending the e-meeting. Congratulations to the management and all the staff employees for providing the excellent results during this year. There is no doubt in the financial statement of the annual report, as I have full faith in the management. First of all, I would to know that, ma'am, what will be the growth in the IRCTC food revenue, because sometimes they provide very low quality of food. Thank you thank you to the Secretary Department and all the staff who helped me to join this meeting through video conferencing. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Next.
Thank you, sir. We can move to the next, please.
Thank you. Our next speaker, shareholder is Chetan Chadda. Request you to please proceed with the question. Chetan Chadda, your line is unmuted. Please proceed with the question. It seems there is no response from the line of Mr. Chadda. We'll move to our next speaker shareholder.
Please move to next.
Yes, next speaker shareholder is Pramod Jain. Please proceed with the question, Pramod.
जी नमस्कार, मेरे को सुन पा रहे हैं आप?
जी जी जैन साहब।
जी नमस्कार, मैं प्रमोद जैन दिल्ली से चेयरमैन साहब, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर और सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट का बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं जो आपने इस एजीएम में मुझे बोलने का मौका दिया और आज के प्रस्तावित सभी रेजोल्यूशन का मैं समर्थन करता हूं। चेयरमैन मैडम, आपने अपनी आरंभिक स्पीच में विस्तार से सब कुछ बता दिया है। अब शेयर होल्डरों को पूछने के लिए कुछ नहीं है, जो भी पूर्व वक्ता बोल रहे हैं सब अपनी व्यक्तिगत समस्याएं आपके आगे रख रहे हैं। अब कोई क्वेश्चन शेयर होल्डर का नहीं है। मेरे को एक शिकायत है आपके मोडिएटर से। मैंने 12 अगस्त को स्पीकर का रजिस्ट्रेशन भेजा था, 18 अगस्त को मुझे उनका लिंक मिला। एक तो उनको लिंक के साथ हमें स्पीकर नंबर बताना चाहिए था, आज तक उन्होंने नहीं बताया। अब जो व्यक्ति पहले आपको स्पीकर का रजिस्ट्रेशन कराता है, स्पीकर में उसको पहले बोलने का मौका दिया चाहिए। ये कौन डिसाइड करता है कि मैं 12:30 बजे से आपकी स्पीच खोले बैठा हूँ, अब मेरा नंबर आया। मैंने एक बार उनको टेलीफोन करके भी कहा भाई साहब मेरे को स्पीच जल्दी करा दीजिए, मुझे कुछ काम है। मेरे को पहले 24वां नंबर दिया, मेरे कोने में 27 नंबर लिखा हुआ आ रहा है। ये कौन डिसाइड करता है? जो व्यक्ति पहले आपको ईमेल करे उसको पहले बुलवाना चाहिए। आगे से आप इस चीज का बहुत ध्यान रखें। और जो हम मीटिंग 12:30 की है, 12 बजे आपका लिंक, मतलब हम अगर अपना फोलियो ओके करना चाहें।
नोट किया, जैन साहब नोट किया, फर्स्ट कम साहब।
मैं तो हाथ जोड़े बैठे हूँ, आपके आगे फोटो नहीं दिखा रहा बहुत। और 1 घंटे पहले आपको अटेंडेंस के लिए लिंक खोलना चाहिए। अब आधे घंटे पहले हमारा लिंक खुलता है। लिंक इन टाइम पे हम जो भी मीटिंग अटेंड करते हैं 1 घंटे पहले लिंक खोल देता है, ताकि जिसको अपनी अटेंडेंस लगानी हो लगाए। घरों में प्रॉब्लम होती है, कई बार नेट आता है, लाइट चली आती है, ताकि कम से कम अपनी अटेंडेंस तो आधे घंटे पहले लिंक मत, 1 घंटे पहले ओके कीजिए। धन्यवाद। और सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट के तो
जी प्रमोद जी, आपकी दुविधा ने नोट किया मैंने।
जितनी तारीफ सेक्रेटरी बहुत कम है, सबसे बढ़िया सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट है। धन्यवाद। जय भारत।
जय भारत।
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder Swaran Lata has registered, however not joined the meeting. Hence, we will move to our next speaker shareholder Shrikant Reddy. Please proceed with the question. Shrikant Reddy, your line is unmuted. Please request you to proceed with the question. Seems there is no response to the line. We will move to our next speaker shareholder J. Abhishek on audio. Yes, Abhishek sir, you're audible.
Mr. Reddy has joined, he is audible.
Abhishek Kalra.
J. Abhishek.
IN 3016. Abhishek Kalra, Abhishek, both are one and the same person, madam. Don't worry. Both are one and the same, madam. Can you hear me, madam?
Yeah, you are, sir. You are Abhishek, Mr. Abhishek.
Yes.
जी थोड़ा सा माइक को अपने मुंह से थोड़ा दूर।
अभिषेक बोथ आर वन एंड द सेम पर्सन, मैडम।
थोड़ा सा माइक के थोड़ा दूर। Request you to keep the mic a little away from you. Please keep the mic a little away from you, Abhishek. The voice is not clear.
Okay, अभी ठीक है? अभी ठीक है सर?
हाँ जी, अभी ठीक है।
Is it time now?
Yes.
जी।
Okay. My duty area IN 301637. Client ID is 4135-9155. First of all, I congratulate the management on the eve of annual general body meeting. I trust all is well with you and your family in this challenging situation. Our company deserves much more respect than the current market cap. After completing more than a decade of successful operations, profitability, limited history, and becoming one of the strongest brands in our respective segment. So I would like to know how our business has been impacted in those past 3 years of this COVID time. The coronavirus and the subsequent lockdown, I left virtually no industry untouched after the COVID. So whether any employees have start higher salary cut in percentage, if any, I would like to know from you, sir. Whether any salary cut was being taken by the management during the pandemic time. And I would request the management to kindly take part in con call
quarterly presentations, and meeting with global investors on a regular basis. Then, what are the steps being taken by the management to reduce the other expenses, legal professional charges, and the audit fee? Myself and my team are running a legal firm in the name and style of Seminole Association of Chennai. So I would request your good self to kindly enroll our firm in the empanelment of the company and we will be glad to extend our services. As previous shareholder said, we don't have any communication contact with the company. Any of this company employees, we just have contact with Chorus Call. So how do we put our obligation? So that is the reason we are asking the contact details of some compliance officer or company secretary or some person who may assist the minority shareholders at such circumstances. So I would request you to kindly share the contact details so that it will be helpful for the investor fraternity. And nothing but to ask, I wish the company and the board of directors great success and prosperity in the coming future. And thank you for giving the opportunity. Hope to see you in the physical AGM next year.
ठीक है, thank you Abhishek ji. Thank you Mr. Abhishek.
Thank you. Next speaker shareholder is Kanika Jain.
I think only two question more can be taken up.
Hello, am I audible?
Ji ma'am.
Yes, Kanika. Please.
Okay. Good afternoon, Chairperson, Board of Directors and the fellow shareholders attending the e-meeting. Very, very thanks to the staff for giving the manifold profit in financial year 22 as compared to year 21. There is no doubt in the financial statements of annual report. First of all, I would like to know that in this improved scenario in domestic market after the pandemic, shall we expect a bonus share? Second, what steps has the board taken to monitor that shareholders' interests are being protected? Thank you to the staff of Secretarial Department for allowing me to put up my points in the meeting. The management will continue to hold the AGM through VC, which enables the shareholders residing at faraway places like me to interact with the management. Thank you.
Thank you, Kanika ji.
We move to our next speaker shareholder, Ravi Kumar Naredi. Please proceed with the question.
Moderator, if I am correct, I think Mr. Ravi Kumar is the last one.
Yes, ma'am. This is the last caller. Mr. Naredi?
Yeah. Yes. Hello. Srimati Rajni Hasija, CMD, the CFO Mr. Rajiv, and Honorable Board of Directors and fellow shareholders. In budget hotel of Lucknow, Khajuraho and Kavadiya, what will be our payback period and how much we will make investment in these hotels? Ma'am, with full regards to you, I may ask when company gets full-time CMD and still 10% transactions, trains not providing bedrolls to passengers. Our request, please allow them. That is my question and I will make you go early free. Thank you very much.
I think it's time for me to answer all.
Over to you, ma'am.
So let me thank all the shareholders. I would like to name them: Sujan Modak ji, Kaushik ji, Rishabh Jain, Ajay ji, Prashant Kumar Shah, Ajay Kumar Jain, and Vinay Krishna Sarkar ji, Lokesh Gupta ji, Manoj Kumar Gupta ji, Murli ji, and Santosh Kumar Saraf ji. We have received a mail also from your side. Then Atendra Kumar ji, and then we have Ankur Chanda, Shivam Agarwal. Then we have Shailesh ji from Mumbai, the senior most member, Jaideep Bakshi, Jasmeet ji, and Akash Agarwal ji, Shashi Jain, Ashok Kumar Jain, Chetan Chadda, Pramod Jain, Shrikant Reddy ji, who could not attend, and Abhishek ji and Kanika Jain ji, and lastly Ravi ji. So I will most of the questions I think of generic type which I would like to answer here. Mr. Lokesh Gupta ke baad pehle Mr. Sujan, you said ki what are the guidelines for the investors? We are gradually and normally putting up all our financial performances and clearing the doubts of the investor in all the investors call that we do. So most of the doubts of the investors are cleared in those calls. Even after that, if some doubts are still left, We have a zero cell here. Chief Investment Relation Officer cell is here. They are available. Their calls are being attended and being answered. And you are concerned, how do you manage safety on the train? For a fire, etc., we are providing specific training to our catering staff along with our licensee through our railway officers and the railway cell, especially being managed for that. Then the second question being asked from by Shri Kaushik ji. First of all, thank you for the appreciation given to the company. And you had asked something about the budget hotel and sharing of the revenue and the places of the choice for the employees. Employees को choice of place prefer किया जाता है, but when it is not possible, then they are transferred. Then all tickets are not there on the website. It is only the 81% of the tickets that are being booked. I think that news it has come, it was incorrect. It is only the 81% of the inventory of the Indian Railways that is being sold online. As far as the budget hotel is concerned, I have already covered in my speech, and it is all full chapter is also there in our annual report about the budget hotel. As of now, for your consumption, I can always say that we are coming up budget hotel Lucknow very soon. Khajuraho, Kevadia are in stages of construction, and we are also in talks with the other state governments to have the budget hotel soon. And as far as the sharing of the revenue with the railways is concerned, it is done as per the MOU done with the Indian Railways, and since it is a guideline and we have made it very clear, and that has to be complied with. ऋषभ जी ने पूछा कि आपका 80% जो है IRCTC के प्लेटफॉर्म से होता है, कन्वीनियंस चार्ज, डिजिटल मोड, ऑफलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म पर भी क्या कोई चार्ज होता है? ऑफलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म पर चार्ज इसलिए नहीं होता because the customer goes there, spends carbon points and then buys. He wastes his time also, he goes to the time. So I will suggest Rishabh ji, book online. I promote my company here, book online, so you will save all this. So that is why, since we are providing convenience to the customer, that is why the convenience fee is charged. So as far as the tourist is concerned, whether our Buddhist train, other trains are moving, yes, we are working in a full swing and all our trains are going to be there. You said fares are higher. So fares are higher in correspondence with the railway charges, off-board cost and on-board cost. As you know that there has been some inflation somewhere, and the haulage cost of the railways has also gone up as far as the tourist train is concerned. So per force we had to increase, but we are trying to compensate. Maybe the list I am going to tell you in the one of the questions will also have the reduced rate for these trains, where we have also reduced our, I think no investor would like to reduce our margins. So that is why I will not be able to reduce it to beyond a certain extent. So हमारा journey time has to be reduced. Yes, we have considered your request. In fact, this request we had received from the others also. जो हमारी रामायणा की itinerary थी 20 days की, हमने उसे 18 days किया है. Beyond that, I will not be able to. Otherwise, customer will have to shell out more money. So इसीलिए बाकी itineraries में we are trying to make only 9 to 10 days itinerary, so that customer is able to finish that. After that, we are not able to justice with this subject. You said RAC में full पैसा नहीं लेना चाहिए. That these are the rules of the Indian Railways. We will convey your point to Indian Railways. Sir. Ajay ji had asked that in the offline ticket में I think
physically produce करना पड़ता है.
हाँ. When you go, you have to physically produce the ticket. If you don't have the tickets, actually जो ticket है, it is authority to travel. And you have read a word, ticket ahastantरणीय होता है. It is non-transferable. Without ticket, physical ticket, if you are booked through online, you are charged. You are considered as a without ticket. No amount of explanation can help. This is the rule in the Indian Railways Act. So I suggest you buy online, sir, travel with SMS. Use IRCTC portal for that. It is your company's portal. And as far as the IRCTC Ahmedabad wala train you have mentioned, sir, third AC में that less mobile charging points, I have noted down. I will convey to the right authorities. Then this Prashant Kumar ji ne jo bola tatkal में that there are some glitches. Yes, because the demand is more and the supply is less. The main cause is this. When we have a tatkal booking, we have multiple logins in lakhs, whereas the inventory available is less. So there is going to be some shortage somewhere. There can be a probability that the money gets debited, tickets not booked, but I will make sure कि अगर money debit होती है that then the money gets refunded you soon. As far as the online mode is concerned, it requires improvement. We are working, my team along with my senior officers are working very hard to improve the Tatkal booking. And as far as the eco-friendly railway system is concerned, sir, as far as since IRCTC is very responsible organization, we are responsible for the ecological balance also. So there is a concept called employers, there is a producer's responsibility. So that producer life, under that, our all zones have now tied up with an agency who will be collecting up the plastic bottles from all the station and then salvaging them and then submitting the report to the Central Control Pollution Board, for which the points will be given to us. And we are strictly compliant. All our agencies are mostly on board and we would be complying that. The long journey, you have mentioned about the tourism packages, sir. And the catering, you said catering has to evolve. Yes, we are working very hard along with our team to evolve the catering better so that we are able to deliver. And for that, we are going to appoint a third-party auditor also. अजय जी फ्रॉम दिल्ली, थैंक यू वेरी मच सर. आपने हिंदी में कहा, आपको हिंदी में जवाब दूंगी. आपने कहा कि जो लास्ट स्टेट का अगर आपको चेंज करना पड़ता है अकोमोडेशन की फिजिबिलिटी के बारे में, इसके बारे में मैं फिजिबिलिटी स्टडी करने के लिए टीम को बोलूंगी और जल्दी ही आपको अपडेट करूंगी. फॉर ऑल अदर शेयर होल्डर्स, few questions which I have not been able to answer shall be answered through mail to you, sir. Rest assured, all your questions and query will be answered and addressed to by our partner, by us also. Then it is Vimal Krishnan Sarkar ji has joined, but I think could not join. Mr. Lokesh Gupta mentioned that we should link our portal with the cab, hotel, etc. Hotel facility is there, but it is limited to only 8,000 hotels are there. But we are now tying up with one of the partners. We are going to bring more hotels. As far as the cab is concerned, sir, we have a native apps of the cabs also. Earlier we had tied up with the Ola, etc. Ola and Uber, but some of the results were not very encouraging. You certainly, as a shareholder, you would not like that the other making big use of your mileage and using your brand, and in turn you are not getting good amount. So that is the job of our management to look into. So that was not being complied with. So we preferred not to have a cab as of now. Maybe subsequently we may think of, I don't deny that. You said about the bonus shares, sir, these decisions are taken by a government body, DPAM, and which is a regulatory body in this connection. मनोज कुमार गुप्ता जी ने कहा कि आप रिलीजियस प्लेसेस के लिए आप बताइए कि आपने डिवोशनल ट्रेन्स चलाने के लिए हम लोग सर हमारा जो है वी आर मूविंग ट्रेन्स. Our other Bharat Gauravs are going to run in various circuits other than Ramayana, other circuits that we are going to cover. जसमीत सिंह जी ने मेंशन किया था, हम अमृतसर सारे गुरुद्वारों को लिंक करते हुए हम एक गुरु कृपा एक्सप्रेस चलाने जा रहे हैं. ज्योतिर्लिंग को लिंक करके भी हम लोग सारे एक्सप्रेस चलाने जा रहे हैं रामेश्वरम से, और हमारे एक साथ ज्योतिर्लिंग यात्रा आने वाली है. Then we are going to very soon we are going to have a Shri Vaishno Devi यात्रा also and ज्योतिर्लिंग यात्रा. Then रामेश्वरम को श्री साइलम को लिंक करते हुए भी चलाने जा रहे हैं, और श्री सोमनाथ और द्वारका जी को लिंक करते हुए गुजरात को भी जोड़ते हुए एक यात्रा करने चलाने जा रहे हैं. और इसके अलावा हमारी कई यात्राएं हैं जो थोड़े ही दिनों में, 1-2 दिन में ही आप हमारे पोर्टल पर बुक करने के लिए पाएंगे कि वो उपलब्ध हैं. आपने कहा कि कुछ अपने जो डिटेल आपने फिगर्स का मांगा है वो हम आपको मेल कर देंगे गुप्ता जी. एंड you said expenses have gone up. Yes sir, management is keeping complete tab over the expenses. It is only on the other heads it has gone up, because last year other things were not moving, so this year it is moving, so expenses have gone up in that. And you said our vendor is using logo, no bill no payment. Yes, अगर कोई ऐसा करता है तो please let us know. Please company management know so that we can take up with such vendor. They have to comply with it. If they don't comply, they are penalized heavily. As far as the railway non-availability is concerned, Bilaspur initially had few hiccups because we had certain challenges because of some charges being realized by Chhatisgarh government. So our costing on that area had gone up. So production was also badly affected. So there, I don't deny that there was no failure from the Bilaspur end, but now it has been looked after, and all supplies from the Bilaspur has been taken care of. So let me, if any problem is there, sir, let me know. We'll handle that. Then Mr. Sadanand Shastri could not join us, and Murli ji on audio. आपकी शुभकामनाओं के लिए ढेर सारा धन्यवाद सर, और आपकी दुआएं साथ रही तो कंपनी चारों दिशाओं से ग्रो करेगी। सराफ जी, आपने 14 क्वेश्चन पहले भेजे थे, यहाँ आपने एक बड़ा अच्छा कंसर्न शो किया कि फीमेल एम्प्लॉय की रेशो कम है। ये वो एम्प्लॉय हैं जो कि पास्ट में लिए गए थे, भविष्य में जो कि रिक्रूटमेंट होगा हम कोशिश करेंगे इसमें इजाफा हो। और 14 साल में कंपनी ने ग्रो भी किया है, देश ने भी ग्रो किया है, और वुमेन ने भी। प्रधानमंत्री जी के बेटी पढ़ाओ बेटी बढ़ाओ अभियान ने भी काफी काम किया है, और आज परिवर्तन है। आप देख रहे हैं कि हमारे बोर्ड में ही हम 2 हैं, और हमारे साथ 2 फीमेल स्पीकर भी हैं, और बालिका जी भी हमारे साथ हैं। अगर हम लोग 3 हैं इस पैनल पर। सो हम भगवान की कृपा से हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि हमारे यहाँ बोर्ड में जो है वुमेन की संख्या बढ़ेगी, और कई मैंडेटरी क्लॉज भी हैं, तो हम अपनी कंपनी में भी वुमेन की संख्या बढ़ाने के लिए तत्पर रहेंगे। आपने कहा कि ये जो मॉडल है हाइब्रिड मॉडल होना चाहिए, इस पर हम जरूर विचार करेंगे ताकि हम अपने इन्वेस्टर्स के साथ जुड़ सकें। फिर संतोष चोपड़ा जी ने कहा, और अतेंद्र कुमार जी से हम जुड़े, लेकिन संतोष जी से हम जुड़ नहीं पाए, कि शेयर वैल्यू टू गो अप, इट्स फॉर यू टू मेक इट अप सर, वी कैन ओनली परफॉर्म एंड गिव यू टू द गुड रिजल्ट। हम अपनी कंपनी के लिए एम्प्लॉय ऑफ द IRCTC अलॉन्ग विद द मैनेजमेंट पूरे तरीके से कार्यरत हैं। इट्स leaving no stone unturned to provide best of all of them, and bringing good heights for the company that you can see from the past results and the results to come. And Palace on Wheel is not your company's product, it is RTDC's product. So I cannot offer you any discount in RTDC. However, I can say these are luxury trains, and lot of expenditure is required in that. So that is why their rates are high. But you come in commensuration with the services and the luxury travel that provided, the rates are in commensuration with that. So maybe you can experience Golden Chariot and Maharaja Express once we have a domestic offer for you. अंकुर चड्डा जी ने हिंदी में हमसे बात किया, तो उन्होंने कहा था कि कोरस की टीम बात करती है, देयर हैज टू बी सम कम्युनिकेशन। वी हैव नोटेड अंकुर जी, एंड वी विल टेक केयर इन द फ्यूचर। शिवम अग्रवाल जी ने कहा कि आपने स्प्लिट किया, यू मेंशन कि स्प्लिट हुआ। Split is done as per the guidelines issued by the DPAM, and after that there was some one day the fare had dropped, for which I have answered on the investors call and one of the media channels also. Since I have already answered, I am not going to take up this again. Sir शैलेश जी ने कहा कंपनी की तारीफ करी, थैंक यू वेरी मच शैलेश जी, and for the excellent remarks that you have given us for the company's good efforts being taken. So आप शैलेश जी, since you mentioned that कि कितना रेलवे ने स्टार्ट कर लिया, I will answer that most of the activities, most of the trains and the activities of the railways have started. In fact, हमारा optimum capacity has been achieved. As you can see in the past, our booking had also gone up. We have been able to utilize all our CSR budget, and we are also planning to utilize in more judicious manner, so that the most of the classes of the as per our CSR policy are covered. And you said कि some independent audit has to be done. Yes sir, we are in process of appointing independent auditor, and also for doing the customer satisfaction survey, for which you will see the results soon, and we'll be posting on the website also. How much area packaged drinking water has covered? So far it has covered nearly 70%. With the upcoming 5 more plants, it would be covering nearly 80% more. And IT services, we are working with multiple vendors. First of the we are being our services are being provided. Our technological partner, who is a railway buddy, Chris, a very esteemed body who is providing us services in association with the Ministry of Railways. And in addition to this, we are working with multiple. The list is huge. So maybe we would like to share that through mail. And splitting हुआ था sir, 2:1. आपने कहा इसको आप और कम कर दीजिए. We have noted, but as far as you know, sir, these decisions are taken by Ministry of Finance, under which the body DPAM is there, that we will be taking. Then you have corrected our spelling of that instead of a Shri Ramayana, we should use Sri Ramayana. सो मैं अपनी प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट टीम जो की ज्वाइंट है हमारे साथ, उन्होंने भी नोट किया, तो विल सर्टनली कम फॉरवर्ड सर, बिकॉज आप जानते हैं श्री जगन्नाथ यात्रा, हमारे साथ कई ऐसी यात्राएं जो हम आगे करने जा रहे हैं, तो इन सब यात्राओं के लिए आपकी जो सुझाव है ये काम में आएगा. Buddhist circuit train sir, we'll update you on this front. Budget hotel and your good wishes to company to be the Navratna are well taken sir. Your blessings are required. जयदीप बख्शी जी कलकत्ता से ज्वाइन किए थे. He said कि fuel price is up and catering and rail needs cyber security, but all we are doing to improve the quality. In the cyber security sir, your system is quite safe where you are doing transaction, and we are maintaining all the higher cyber security standards. The details which we would be sharing up very soon. Rail Neer water is one of the best water and is a winner of a consumer voice award many times. So in the last 2 years we had not applied for that award. Maybe we'll see that such applauds come back to IRCTC once again. And single step tour program you said, and the tour program are very long. That point we have noted. Your concern to serve better quality of food. Yes sir, we are on the job and we are tying up with the multiple agencies, also changing our tender conditions so that the good partners are associated with us. And Jasdeep Singh ji, thank you very much. The year though was very challenging, because bringing tourism back on the platform, in fact we were pioneers, we were the first one who could bring, and you know that all our verticals including the state theatre is back in this financial year 2022-23. So we are back with the bank with all support from the investors. दिल्ली से अमृतसर का मैं ऑलरेडी जवाब दे चुकी हूँ सर. दिल्ली जो आपने जन शताब्दी के बारे में कहा, विल सर्टनली पास योर रिक्वेस्ट टू द रेलवेज. एंड यू मेंशन्ड अबाउट की 75 years of independence and the ticket wala thing. Sir, it does not pertain to IRCTC directly. It concerned to the railways. We would like to pass that to railways, sir. We'll request them to take care of that if possible, if found feasible. Akash ji, you mentioned about the revenue. Thank you. That make all the we have received your request in fact through mail also. So आपने पूछा था, तो since your questions I had noticed, you wanted that what good new avenues does the IRCTC now explore to double the revenue and the profits in the 4 to 5 years. That we would be answering through email. It's a very big reply which my CS would be answering to you. And then your concern about the profits. So decent profits, sir, we have shared, and we have shared a decent dividend with all the investors, and hope that trend will continue. And in fact, our sharing of the dividend with the investors has to be the tune of, from the 2017 onwards, it has always been in the tune of 39 to 42%. It has always been ranging in that. And the first lady speaker, Shashi Jain ji, thank you very much for your appreciation. Ashok Kumar ji has shown about his concern about the quality of food, sir. We have noted your concern, and we'll turn no stone unturned to provide you good quality. Jan Chetan Chadda ji and Pramod, he could not join us. Pramod Jain ji ने कहा कि आपने 12 अगस्त को ज्वाइन किया, आपको 18 अगस्त को कहा लिंक के साथ स्पीकर का लिंक. हमने नोट किया सर आपकी बात को. वी विल सर्टनली वर्क ऑन इट. द नेक्स्ट मीटिंग डज नॉट हैपन अगेन. अभिषेक जी का वॉइस क्लियर नहीं था, बट सिंस अभिषेक जी आपके क्वेश्चंस वी हैड रिसीव्ड, so the questions you had asked about the EBITDA and the rock margins etc, and you had also asked about the production capacity in April, May and June 22-23 years. The capacity has been nearly more than 75%. In 21-22 it was less because of the post effect of the COVID. And what the management efforts to improve the return on the capital employed and the net debt to EBITDA. I must mention that it's a zero debt company. Actually net debt to EBITDA is not we take the liabilities as the base. So that is as to the AS guidelines. In fact, it is not actually applicable to our company. So that is our answer. We will be giving you a detailed reply through mail. Kanika ji, our second female speaker, thank you for monitoring. Thank you for sharing your experience, sir. Then Ravi Kumar ji, you mentioned about the budget total. Our payback period is nearly 20 years, sir. So that is my answer. So whosoever is left, we would like to answer more and more, but I'll try to summarize and concise the whole thing. I hope I have been able to address all the queries. In case any query is left, that we would be answering soon, sir, or we would be mailing them the detailed reply for the same. Thank you very much for staying with us, and long live IRCTC. I will say this.
Thank you, ma'am. The icon for e-voting is available on the screen, which will be redirect you on a separate window to the e-voting portal of NSDL. The e-voting facility will be closed 15 minutes after the closure of the meeting. The results of e-voting will be declared on Monday, August 29, 2022, and will be intimated to stock exchanges also. I now invite Shri Debashish Chandra, Director Catering Services, to give vote of thanks.
Namaskar. It gives me immense pleasure to propose the vote of thanks to our chairperson and managing director, board members of the company, representative of the Honorable President of India, our valued shareholders, statutory and secretarial auditors of the company, NSDL and Chorus. I would also like to thank Ms. Assignments, Mrs. Alankit Assignments Limited, register and share transfer agents of your company. Last but not the least, the entire IRCTC. Thank you very much. Namaskar.